My motivation to switch into the lighting industry was that I love light. I'm coming out of course, the building industry, which is more or less the same roots. And with light, you have passion, you've got health, you've got design. Everything is together, so that makes it for me very easy to switch to that department of the building industry, I should say. From my wealth of experience, I think I'll bring how to work process-oriented, how to work with the market intelligence to make sure that we are in those markets where we see the growth and where we know about the competition and where we know where we can win projects. So both of the times, or both of the topics, like being aligned in processes as well as being aligned with the market intelligence, will help us in the future growth. Which goals did I envision? On the one hand, of course, growth. So I'm here for the growth of the company in turnover and in profit on the one hand. On the other hand, of course, also the growth of the company itself, so of the employees of the company, to make sure that they know where they work for, they know what's the processes they are working with, they know their responsibilities. And this is coaching, this is sending them out to get some training, to gain some training, and also to develop them in the positive direction, even further. Digitalization within the last 12 months gave us, I think, a new vision of how to digitalize the world. On the one hand, this for me means implement a CRM system, so very close being to the market, very close being to our customers / partners. On the second hand, digitalization for me means also improve processes in the production, in the workshops, making sure that we can streamline the production, make it easier to handle and make it easier to work with. And the third topic would be bring the smart intelligence into our products, so making sure that they will understand the future of the business, so not only talking about the product itself, but give an added value to the products for the future. There are a lot of similarities in between the different positions I had. On the one hand, it's all building industry, so that's really my roots. I'm coming out of the building envelope. Then I went into the faucets and the shower systems of this world, and now I'm in the lighting industry. What they all have together in common is that it's the project world we're in. So we are talking about a long period of time where the project is going to be developed. On the second hand, we are talking about a partner value chain, so we are not only selling the product to one partner, but we are working with a kind of chain where we are working in. And on the third thing, I think it's also that we are working with partners, so that you need to have a relationship with your partners, and that's the most important thing to have. "15 years of development, or 15 years in the building industry. I think the most thriving was the area of sustainability. 15 years ago, no one was really talking about sustainability. That came out of the private industry more than out of the building industry. Coming out of the building envelope, we were talking about passive house facades even years ago. Coming now into the faucet industry, of talking about lease faucets for buildings. And I think for the LED industry, sustainability is even more important, to make sure that we are getting the right products and the right pieces for our products that help us to really focus on a good and quality future. I think the lighting industry faces faces, of course, difficulties due to COVID. Coming out of the industry, saying we're talking about projects will be postponed, will even be further postponed. Investors are going to say yes or no for a project. And the retail business will even stop or even postpone doing or refurbishing their shops. I think those are the three most important things we need to have a look at, and we need to develop our strategy towards it. What are the most important points for even more success? I think on the one hand, really knowing about the market you're in. So what does that mean? Making sure that you know the competition, you know the products of the competition, and then you go with a strong approach and really with a process into the market. Talking to your partners might help as well, really, to make sure that we are going together. On the second thing, definitely the products. So we need to move on in developing the right products for the markets and making sure that this is already settled into the markets, and that will help us definitely to grow. Milestones in my career. I think on the one hand, I'm international. So that means I've met a lot of cultures, I've lived in a lot of cultures. That helps me to understand the different needs in the different countries. Not everyone is German, and we need also to accept that and even need to improve that way of collaboration. On the second thing, I'm an engineer, so that helps me to understand the processes and to develop new processes. And on the other hand, what definitely helps us as well is that I'm coming out of the product management. So I've developed products on my own, and I think we can do a lot of turnover with the current products we have with the German vision. And we can even improve if we give it the quite international touch. So let's take a German with the international touch, and that will help us. A recipe for success. Actually, I don't think that you need a recipe and that there is a recipe for success. I think there are different building blocks that help us to gain success, which is a good team. I think you can only get success together with a team. So with partners in the different countries as well as with the team here, everyone who is around. So even with a group of Fagerhult, they are belonging to our team. Secondly, I think you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan that you need to follow. You need to have a vision that needs to be translated in a strategy, and then you have a plan. And the third thing, I think you just have to do things, and you have to change certain things due to that you need the change. But change is not there just for the change, but needs to be there in order to achieve something better and something more. And that's, I think, the recipe.